Okay, welcome back, dear students, to our series of video tutorials. So in this first one, I'm going to talk about the following. So the objective of this video tutorial is to review basic model forms and gain mastery of their more advanced forms, meanings, and uses. The model auxiliaries are used to express attitudes, give advice, and indicate politeness. Mistakes with models can result in bad feelings or misunderstandings between the speaker and the listener. Because of this, it is very important to stress that using certain models connotes a certain degree of respect and politeness. Students are instructed that a minor change in model usage can signal a big difference in meaning and understanding, and thus it is important they use the right model for each situation. Students following this course of Grammar 2 online are probably already familiar with the most common meanings of modal auxiliaries. The focus at the beginning of this chapter is on the basic modal forms. The remainder of the chapter takes a semantic approach, grouping together modals and other expressions that have similar meanings so that students can learn them systematically. Matters of pronunciation, spoken versus written usage, and formal versus informal registers are noted in the charts. The charts in the chapter and in the following chapter demonstrate that models have many meanings and uses, depending on the specifics of the situation they are used in. Rather than presenting a full summary of all uses of models, the text splits the study of models into two chapters. Students are reminded that at the end of the following chapter on Models Part 2 includes a complete summary chart, which will prove a useful reference once they have studied all the uses and forms, as we're going to see in this series of video tutorials. If students want to get an idea of how varied the meanings and uses of models are, they are kindly referred to any standard dictionary and are invited to look up the meanings of can, could, may, etc. Students are informed that the lengthy and varied definitions are presented clearly in the chart at the end of this chapter and the following chapter on Models Part 2. So in this first video tutorial, we're going to cover the following. So we will talk about general overview of models, what is the structure of models, and what are the different types of models that are used, and some kinds of general principles and rules regarding the use of models in a general way. But later on, we will start to talk about each aspect on this general introduction with more details and specific examples. So we are going to cover expressing necessity using must, have to, have got to. We will talk about lack of necessity, not to have to, and prohibition using must not. We will talk about advisability and suggestions, which are expressed using the models should, ought to, had better, and could. Then we talk about expectations that is expressed via be supposed to and should. Ability you expressed via the models can, uh, how to, and be able to. Possibility can, may, and might. Requests and responses with models. Polite requests with would you mind, making suggestions via the models let's, why don't, shall I, and we. So this is what we are going to cover in the first part on models, in this first part, which is models part 1. And see you in the next tutorial.